Hello, 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 hello. All right, welcome to the stream. Been going on for 2 minutes setup, and now we're ready to rock. This was my gaming. I got all these games. Maybe we'll play some games on stream one day. Uh, these are my Steam games. Oh, let me upload. I'll update it later. To update Dota. My LinkedIn, my website with my products, my cloud, all my programs, my to-do list. And now, what I wanted to make the topic about this video was updated on everything you need for technology today. So there was one more tech specs. So as you can see in tech specs, I started off with all my 2026 tech. And that includes phones, PCs, tablets, laptops, TVs, monitors, speakers, keyboards, mouse, headphones, gaming consoles, laptops, and then my software. So I'm gonna copy this. And that was 2026. And then since 2002, that's 25 years, I include my guitars, my musical equipment, my car, and my sports equipment, and my speakers. But so let's... All right. So for $800 plus tax. So basically, I did the research, and 2023 and 2024 phones are perfect. That's 3 to 2 year old phones, 2 to 3 year old phones. You can get them renewed under $1,000, $800 to $900, 800 to 950 Canadian dollars. So this is all in Canadian dollars. US dollars is like 2/3 of this. So 2023, 2024 phones with 512 gigabytes of storage, $800 to $950 plus tax. That's the best Samsung phones of that year. Mini desktop PCs with 16 to 32 gigabytes of RAM, 4.5 to 5.1 gigahertz processor, 8 to 12 cores, 2.2 to 2.8 gigahertz graphics card. Changes the 5.2 gigahertz max processor. 512 gigabytes to 1 terabyte SSD hard drive. These are like 900 to, so basically the same price as the phones. So for your primetime phone and your primetime mini PC, it's gonna run you $900 plus tax. Now I didn't include any laptops, Apple Air or Pro laptops. How much is 50-inch Apple Air laptop? $2,000 Canadian. So TV OLED. Two-inch. Basically, this is a copy of what's up here, but that's okay. Add car. All right, so this is everything I got. This is everything I got. Oh, and my subscriptions. Let's go. Shits. $650. Sports. All right, so let's recap. 2023-2024 phones, $900 Canadian plus tax, 512 gigabytes of storage. Likewise, the PCs, same prices. Can run your standard games. Mini PC, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 5 gigahertz processor, 8 cores, 2.8 gigahertz graphics card, 500 to a terabyte of storage. Same price as the phones, $1,000. For a laptop, $3,000 for like it's $2,000 to $3,000. So $2,500 to $3,000 for a laptop. That's why I don't get a laptop. I just get the desktop PCs. Tablet, very good quality, $650 from Samsung, the 2022 model. TVs, these are a little pricey as well. You can get cheap ones for like $500. But if you want an OLED, 42-inch. Now, OLED is the same type of display that your cell phones and laptops use. OLED is very good. So OLED 42-inch, $1,200 TV. Nano QLED, which is like some type of OLED, 55-inch, $1,700 TV. And 55-inch is what everyone uses. Monitors, generally you want 27-inch, right? How much was it? 27-inch. The monitor I use is 27-inch. So monitors are cheap. Monitors 27 inches and speakers under $200. Headphones are very affordable, which is good. Very good quality headphones, $300 to $400 with tax. Gaming consoles, $500 plus. And your keyboards and mouse are under $80. And that's everything. For the software, most of it's free. Screen recorder is free. Video editor is free. Pro Tools Intro is free. Streaming software is free. That's what I use. Then I got the musical equipment, which I paid around $2,500 for. The sports equipment, which I paid around $1,500 for. Subscription, $650 a month. And card, $20,000. Let's break that down a bit here. Starting off with the Amazon, you got the Kindle to read online books, $230. Now, I bought a lot of digital books. I bought a lot of physical books. I like to collect both. Once you maxed out your library, you have a good collection. Same thing with the movies. I got subscription to Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon. And on Amazon, you get new releases. So you gotta buy a bunch of movies. So I got a bunch of digital owned movies on Amazon. And I have my Disney and Netflix. This Ultimate Guide to Civilization, $250 book, very pretty. $1,000 microphone, $260 Lego artwork. So you make Lego art and you hang it up on the wall, by Van Gogh. Studio headphones, $300 with splitters, cloths, and pop sockets for your phone. Performance recording microphones, under $150. That's very cool. Under $150. Amplifier, $400. If you want an acoustic amplifier, it's probably around the same price for the best quality. $400 an amplifier. Perfect nylon guitar, $800. Perfect. Intro ones are like $200-$300. Best one, $800, which can plug in, and it's nylon. Speakers I found out to be a little pricey, but they're like the price of monitors. $150 to $200. You can get a monitor or a speaker. $150 to $250. Mechanical keyboard and gaming mouse are piss cheap. This cost me so much money back in the day. Now it's $60 for a very good gaming mouse, $80 for a very good gaming keyboard, and a mouse pad. Very good. $45 replacement strings. This is the 22S6 tablet. So good. OLED, 64 gigabyte storage, Wi-Fi. It's got the drawing pen. The keyboard is $40 and the tablet is $650. Tablet's a bit pricey, but like laptops, tablets are pricey. So the tablet will run you $650 with a $50 keyboard, so $700 Canadian. And a laptop will run you $2,500 to $3,000. Here's the phones. S23, S24, 512 gigabytes, 850, 830, 930. Renewed, $900. Here's the gaming PCs. We'll get into that in a second. Bose headphones, $300. It's got 15,000 reviews. Take a look at this. 15,000 reviews for 4.4 stars. It was $500. That's the price. No, I never paid $500. It was always on sale. $500 on sale for $300. 4.4, 15,000 reviews. These are the headphones I have. All you'll ever need. $300. Of course, you got your comb, which I got right here. Static and heat resistant. Have those on every floor. And your lens wipes. TVs, here they are. 42-inch OLED, $1,200. 55-inch QLED, $1,700. So you're looking at between like $1,500 to $1,700 for a 55-inch OLED QLED TV. Which leaves these gaming PCs. Here they are. $900, $950, or this one was $850 on sale for $800. So $950 compared to the $850 one. Here's that $950 one. Here's that 851. And this is the one I have, which is exactly the same as this one, the 851. So this is what I'm rocking with. So let's close this. So $850. This is exactly the kind I have. $800 plus tax. Cheaper than a phone. What do you get? You get 8 cores processor up to 4.75 gigahertz. Now here's where you might want a little bit of an upgrade. You want over 5 gigahertz to run modern games. This struggles with high definition World of Warcraft, but it can run Dota and Counter-Strike. But if you got over 5 gigahertz, which is this $950 one, up to 5.1 gigahertz, 8 cores again, much better. This one up to 4.75 gigahertz. Graphics processor also, this is 2.2 gigahertz, and this is 2.8 gigahertz. RAM 32 gigabytes for both. And this, but the storage for this cheaper one, which is double mine. Mine has even less storage, 1 terabyte, and the storage on this one is 512 gigabytes. That's the difference. This one's got more storage, the cheaper one. The $100 less one, more storage. Same 32 gigabytes of RAM. But this one's got the more expensive one is 2.8 gigahertz graphics processor and 5.1 gigahertz CPU. And the cheaper one is 2.2 gigahertz graphics processor and 4.75 gigahertz PC. So the only thing I don't like about the more expensive one is the storage. Running games, it's like every fucking game takes up so much space. You can only install 2 games at a time. And I produce music, videos, I record my video games. All that's got to be backed up onto the cloud because none of it can fit on 512 gigabytes. Like, just the installation software and system files are like 120 gigabytes, which leaves you with 400 gigabytes of useful storage. 2 games, that's like 250 gigabytes, which leaves you then with 150 gigabytes for yourself. Your Google installation, Spotify applications, all that's going to use 50 gigabytes, which then leaves you with 100 gigabytes of storage for yourself. Every time I record a Dota game, it's 3 gigabytes. So 30 games I record, and I got no more space. So I got to back up these games constantly and wipe them off my drive. My music takes up 20, 30 gigabytes. I got a lot of songs. Pro Tools files take up a lot of space. And then when you bump the files, when you export them into a .wav, it's like 100 megabytes, 200 megabytes. So 5 songs, 1 gigabyte. So 500 songs, which I have 100 gigabytes. Well, some songs are less. I don't know. It's not that much. So, to review, you got your $1,200, $1,700 OLED TV, $300 headphones, under $200 27-inch monitor, under $200 speakers, under $80 keyboard and mouse, $900 phones, $650 tablet with $50 keyboard, $1,000 to $900 mini PCs, $800 guitar, $400 amp, $150 mics, and your subscriptions. That's what you need to run today. Free software, musical sports equipment, online subscriptions. Now, once again, this doesn't include laptops, which are such a waste of money. I use the tablet and drawing on my phone. Tablet with a keyboard. But a laptop is just more convenient. Let's go into my expenses. So these are Canadian prices. Remember, US dollar prices are 30% cheaper. I am paying, as we can see here, $655 a month in bills. And my extra spending is my debit purchases, eating out, etc., which is another, what is this? $750 a month. So $655 of bills. Here's where all my bills happen by the month. These are the smaller subscriptions per month. No, these are the yearly bills. So I have yearly bills per year, which I outlined here, and I got monthly bills. So monthly bills, I got my AI credits, music, software programming, cloud, AI music, and AI art. I got my Xbox membership, Twitch subscription, YouTube subscription, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, banking fees, Google storage, SoundCloud, and Amazon Prime. Those are my subscriptions along with the AI credits. That's $475 a month. And then my yearly subscriptions, which comes out to average $200 a month, because I got $475 monthly bills and then another $200 in yearly bills, which I pay one of them per month. I got my password manager, my website and my stock letter, Microsoft Office, Sportsnet and TSN Sports. AI comes with a yearly fee as well. Amazon Prime comes with a yearly fee as well. Stocks portfolio website, Marvel Comics, Twitter Prime, BandLab Music and Pro Tools Music if you want, also come with a yearly subscription. Uber One delivery and rides, and Nintendo Switch and Xbox. I put Xbox down here and I put Nintendo Switch up here. Oh, because Nintendo Switch I pay yearly, but Xbox I pay monthly. And all of this is $475 in monthly bills and another $200 yearly bill. It's nicely spread out. Each yearly bill is paid on a different month. It worked out like that. But it doesn't matter. So yearly bills $200 a month, monthly bills $400 a month. And comes out to $650 a month. My income is $1,400 a month, leaving me with $750 a month, and I save $125 a month, so that leaves me with $625 a month in extra spending, anything I need for food or debit. And over here I have how much yearly I spent each year. up to 2027. And over here I have my bill groups with all the bills. Now a lot of them go to zero because I cancel. I subscribe, and then as I do my budgeting, this is why it's important to have a budgeting spreadsheet, because you can see how much, first of all, you're spending, your discretionary spending, and your bills. And then as you keep modifying it, you're going to set a lot to zero. You're going to cancel, 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 cancel. And then you're going to see when you have to pay your yearly bills and how much your monthly bills are. That's what it's all about. I've got $2,000. So, like I said, I'm spending $650 a month. So, just about $1,400 to spend something. But I put 800 of that into savings and 600 into spending per month, because I always gotta buy food, and you never know what kind of purchase I need to make. $600 a month in spending, $650 in bills, and then the rest in savings. And that's my expenses. Once again, here's my Java and my Sega. These are my Sega screenshots of the games I played. My gaming website. Documents. So we went over technology specs, digital workspace, this is my design document for when I programmed the games. There we had this, the two PCs we were comparing. And I don't have a calculator installed on the mini PC, so I just type calculator into Google and this pops up. And I use it to calculate tax. So I had like $975 for a mini PC times 1.14, $1,100 total Canadian for my mini PC. Can I afford one of these? Like I said, I got $2,000, $650 in bills, $650 in monthly spending. I got about $800. So this mini PC, $1,100, is a little out of my range. Next month I got $800 now. Next month I'll have $900. So I can spend $900 and then another $200 for my monthly spending. And I will be able to afford next month either a PC or a phone. What else can I afford? I can't afford a TV, but I can afford phones, PCs, no laptops, tablet, keyboard, mice, monitors, speakers, headphones, gaming consoles or games, and games. Yeah, so headphones, speakers, monitors, keyboard, mouse, tablet, phones, and desktop PC. That's what I have saved up for. All right. This is my coding software in Java. Thanks for tuning in. 40-minute stream. That was update on all my gear. And then I got my sports equipment, $1,500. Musical equipment, guitars, keyboards, amplifiers, microphones, uh, pedal boards, stands, $2,500 musical equipment, not including the piano, which is another $2,000. So musical equipment, sports equipment, online subscriptions, and a vehicle. And I don't pay rent, and I don't pay for a public transit. I have public transit. Public transit is not that expensive. It's like $100. Well, it's another $100 a month. So you got public transit, which I also have those in my budgets. I have. It's just set to zero. I have your transportation, rent, hydro, electricity, repairs, insurance, groceries, travel. I have all of that. Mortgage. I have all of that at the beginning as well of my budgeting spreadsheet. I just set it to zero. So this is me living a baller life. Peace. 1, 2, who me, do you, B3, we 4. Stay classy. Kick it word. Keep it real. Bye.